Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Tonight is the Crystal Tower and other stories. Um, Basically, I'm going to show you guys how the Crystal Tower works. I've already done it myself, so it's just going to be me running through the entire thing. It's the 24-man dungeons. It's always good for a laugh because stuff goes wrong, people don't know mechanics, and literally nobody ever does the platforms. So watch out for that. That's a moment. It's a moment we won't forget. It's the Crystal Tower and other stories because I'm going to be talking crap all night about stuff that I want to talk about. And also, you may see me run some roulettes and stuff because why not? I want to have a bit of a laugh tonight. I'm starting off with a terrible joke because that is the standard of this channel and it doesn't get any better. If I look like I'm just a floating head tonight, don't worry. I am wearing a camouflage t-shirt. It's fine. It's really there. The body hasn't gone anywhere. I'm not invisible. I'm not a floating head. I know it's October. I know it's time of Halloween, I know it's time of ghosts and spooks and skeletons and whatnot, but no, I am a real person. Anyway, now that terrible joke's out the way, and hopefully you'll all forgive me for that, I believe it's time to get into the game. So, without further ado, let's pick it up in Mor Dhona. And watch the screen, the stream is not going to pick up the game when I click here. So, here we go. Yay, it didn't work. Oh, it did! There we go. We're back in with my, own take on a Red Mage Glamour. Looking sexy. Let's begin. So I'm in Mor Dhona because that is the Crystal Tower. And that's where we're going. That's the whole point. We're going to go right up the tower. Which, if it had spooky little broken bits on the top, would look a lot like Icecrown in current World of Warcraft. But we don't talk about that game. It did terrible things. Didn't even let me kill Nathanos. Like, who even does that? Anyway, we're in A Realm Reborn. So, we're going to start with Labby. Labyrinth of the Ancients. The very first Alliance raid. The very first 24-man instance in this entire game. And we're going to go give it a shot. In less than 5 minutes, apparently, because we're waiting for a queue. In the meantime, I'm just going to run around Mor Dhona because it's quite interesting. This is the site of the Calamity. So, for anybody that's ever played the game, or hasn't played the game, you see the opening scene where the dragons fight the Garleans and everybody dies because Bahamut falls out of the moon and whatnot. This is where all that happens. Right here. And there's Midgard somewhere. Don't matter. He dead now. It's weird that there's no music in this bit either. It's just spookily quiet. Also, you probably know that I have my my mount set so it doesn't play the music when I get on the mount, because otherwise all you'd be hearing is the Chocobo music right now. So you know what? Get ready. Because we've got no background music. We're going that way. It's going to happen. Let's see. We want options. Where did I put options? System config. Sounds. Play music when mounted. Boom. Here we go. Do 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 do. And this just plays on a loop until we go in. So this song is going to be stuck in your head forever, and I don't even apologise. In other news, I am embracing my inner Brit and drinking tea from a Slytherin mug. Slytherin, not Gryffindor. Gryffindor sucks. Harry Potter was wasted. Harry Potter was a bad character. He was a bad wizard who got where he did on the benefits of his friends and other people who carried him where he was supposed to go. Slytherin's where it's really at. Everybody knows. Also, my wife was kind enough to make this brew for me while she was making one for herself while she was going to go watch the Great British Bake Off. Because it's Tuesday night. And obviously that's quite important, apparently. Who knew? Yeah, but I thought, as nice as it was that she did this for me, and I really appreciate it, I don't think I'll let her do it again. I've got like half a brew. That's the rest of my brew. Alright, let's do this. I recognise no names in this, and until we get going I can't even check to see who's in my party. Because I'll get in a little alliance bit on here, they'll tell me who's in the alliance in case I recognise any of the other names. Also, it doesn't hurt to be nice. I reckon it used to be that I could go into alliance raids, and I would always know at least one person in one alliance. This time, I don't recognize a name, and I've got to say that's a good thing. Not because the people that I know suck. I'm not saying that out loud. It's because the game is obviously getting new players in, and that can only ever be a good thing. The game needs new players. It needs to thrive. That's how it grows. Anyway, let's begin, shall we? We get more poetics for this, but nobody cares because I'm maxed on those, and really all I can buy with them at the moment is crafting materials, and you've never seen me craft, so... I'll let you in on a secret. I'm not very good at it. I feel like I still need to work on this glamour as well. It's not quite there. Something's missing. Something's definitely missing. But we'll definitely take a look at it at some point. Peloton, that's going to Scholars in Endwalker. It's literally all that's going to Scholars in Endwalker, because they're getting nothing else, but it's one of those where it was a good class anyway, so really it's kind of just bringing all the other classes up to Scholars level, as far as I'm concerned. Scholar was always quite strong. But now that they're not the strongest, they're not happy about it. Understandably, when you've been the best at something, you want to stay being the best. So if somebody takes away your toys, you're obviously not happy. Dun, dun, dun. I wonder how many people are not going to do the platforms. I think we're going to get all the way through this, and I think at the very end people are not going to do the platforms and people are going to die. Oh well, we've already lost one samurai. Samurai Jack, back to the start, Samurai Jack. Great show. Needs to make a comeback. We want more Samurai Jack. The world needs it. On the subject of great shows, I spent my weekend watching Squid Game. I'm not even mad. It was brilliant. Although, fun fact, if you watch it with the dubbed English version and you watch it with the subtitles, like we did, we had the subtitles on as well because when my wife watches Netflix, she has the subtitles on so she can do other things and still keep up. So she doesn't, if she doesn't need to listen to it, for example. And yeah, so you see the actors speaking Korean. You hear the English voice dubbing say one thing, and then you see the subtitles say something entirely different. So none of it adds up. But even with that in mind, and even with I don't think the quality of the dubbing, I don't think the localization of it was very good. I think a lot of the voice acting wasn't great on the English side of things. Like you could see the character, the actors were really giving it beans. They were really going for it and really putting the emotion into the scene. And then the voice actors sounded like me, monotone as hell. It just doesn't. It just wasn't congruent. But even with those issues aside, it reminded. It reminded me of the old Kung Fu Bruce Lee movies, and I loved those. Or Tai and Kai from WWE back in 2000, where they would. You will kick my dog. Like that. And it was great. And it was like that, and then even with all of that aside, like with that issue, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I 100% recommend watching it. For anybody that wants to give it a watch, it's fantastic. I can't stress that enough. It's absolutely insanely good. I watched it not expecting anything from it. I had no hopes for it. I just thought, you know what, I'll give it a watch. It looked okay. Yeah, it looked okay, and I thought I'll get a couple of episodes in and probably get bored and stop watching it. But no, utterly brilliant. Dun, dun, dun. Now this used to be a totally different fight. It's face roll, this fight now. It used to actually have a challenge to it. It used to be fun. It used to be that you had to separate all of these. You basically had to get somebody to take them to the edges of all of these, and you had to kill them before they made it to the boss, because otherwise that explosion would wipe you. But now we outgear that explosion so much, it just doesn't even matter. And all you've got to do is survive 3 fights with the enemies, because then all you do is kill the dragon, and the dragon's dead, and then you carry on. It's like you don't even have to try. Oh great, I'm gonna die, because I'm not getting any heals. Ah, there we go. I got hit with unavoidable AoE, and then the healers just have not healed anyone. Like, what are they doing? Like, I am quite possibly the worst healer in MMO history, and at least I would heal people. Sorry, soz out, guys. I know this is face roll content, but we can still die if you know, completely AFK. It's not World of Warcraft. We're not doing war fronts. And away we go. Am I winning? I'm winning in everybody's face. I'm winning. I'm gonna get there first. I'm Alliance A as well, so we're going left. Oh no, I've been overtaken. But it's fine because they're going the wrong way. I've got the racing line. I'm gonna win this. How many melee do we have? Oh, I'm ranged, so I just get to stand on the teleport pad. That's awesome. I just stand on there. And I'm the winner. Me. I got here first. Everybody watches. See? First. That's how it works, guys. I did not go to KFC. Why is there a chicken? We did not order the nuggets. Oh, don't go pull. There's nobody here. Moron. Bloody warrior like me, axe, me, smash. Use your brain, son. Gotta get the whole team here. Right. Just explaining to everybody that we need 4 people on the platforms. So, if we don't have 4, that's right, count it, the range people, that's you as well, Eve. I'm watching you. Like, why have we got a samurai and a dragoon on here? They're melee classes, right? They should be up at the boss doing damage. Range classes, there should be me, there should be you, and there should be the 2 healers. That's what should be down here, but we're not. I don't even know where one of the healers... Why is one of the healers in melee? Why? Like, just... So, this is getting off to a great start. Good job. Oh my god. I know people are new, but you can't see it on here because my face is in the way. But I'm telling them all in the chat. We need to stand on this platform that I'm on, and I'm watching them all run to frickin' Narnia. Come on, guys. Like, really? I've missed the Lions raids. They're so much fun. So we're first. So what happens here is we're going to go invisible, and we need to keep the other teams need to keep these magic pots alive, because magic pot is obviously the way to go, you know, 420 and all that jazz. I'm cool. I'm down with the kids, I can say that. Never mind the grey in my hair. Pay no attention to it. Dun dun dun. Here we go. And do AoE. I can do melee damage. Right, we're going in. Disengage. Dun 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 dun. Have I lost? I've still got 12 seconds to do DPS. Don't pull him out of my range. I've got 12 seconds. I've got 5 seconds now. You just ruined it. It's cool, everyone. Stand down. I've got this. I will solo this guy. You know when you just know that this is going well? Okay. Okay. Now we're going to get into the Walk of Fire. So this bit we've got to spread some people out. And this is all to do with positioning, and I can see that going well. Should have done this as a class I was wanting to level. I should do it as... you know what? I might do the next couple as a healer. I can't heal for shit, but I might do them as a healer. Be a bit of a laugh. You'll get to watch me have no idea where my keybinds are, or how to heal, or I'll be running around like an idiot, but at least I'll know the mechanics. So, that's a bonus. Dun, 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 that is quite a nice view. I always... Like, when I was playing A Realm Reborn, and I saw this view, like, look at it. It's awesome. It kind of reminds me of, why have we pulled... What? Oh. God, these people are idiots. Sorry, I need to... I can't. We're going to wipe here. I'm calling it now. Right, before it even starts, we're going to wipe here. People are just trying to fucking face roll. Alright. Oh no, don't attack. Woosah. I know we horrendously outgear it, but if we'd attacked that bomb there before that last guy was dead, we were all gonna die. You can't stop that mechanic. It's a one-shot. Alright, let's do this. Our tank's gonna run in. Yeehaw, because he's a hero, don't you know? He's the warrior of light. Just him, on his own. Never mind the rest of us. Just him. Right, cue meteors. I'm just gonna hide behind this. I'm calling it now. There will be deaths. People will die. People will not go behind the meteors in time. Or they're not paying attention. Yep, there's one. There's 1, 2, 3 of my team gone. Yay. And now Iron Giant's coming through to just mess everybody up. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to stand behind here because I'm not an idiot and I want to live. Ooh. Look at all these dead people. Look at them all. Alright guys, I'm just going to tell you this now. It's called mechanics. You actually have to do those. It's part of the game. calling it now. We wipe on this boss. 100% we wipe on this boss. It's happening. There's no stopping it. I'm going to set up the waymarks for everyone because, quite frankly, I don't trust anybody else to. So, oh, somebody else has done it. Check them out. Let's see how many people follow these. Let's see how many people do. I've got a feeling they're all just going to run straight in here. Somebody's not even going to get to any platform. Just run straight in. They're going to grab that boss, that guy there, and they're going to drag him to one of these platforms. You're supposed to tank him in the middle, because it means that you can see all the mechanics and you can get out of them in time. It gives everybody a fair chance, and it's the easiest way to do it. That ain't going to be how this happens. What we're looking out for as well is for these guys on here. There'll be some claws that turn up. We've got to kill them, and then we jump on the platform. Otherwise, we all die. And I'm calling it. I don't think one of the teams is getting to their platform in time. Boom. I'm just going to hit you. And disengage. He will move into the middle in a second of his own accord, and then we will get the big attack that we all have to avoid. There it is, and I'm off. Toodaloo. And, ooh. Yep. Nailed it. Enemy turns off. I love Alliance Roulette. It's not even roulette, I chose to do this. I'm not even mad. Like, we've got new players, and that's fine. But there is an actual game here. You've got to pay attention, because he's going to do that that attack again in a second, and because we're down under 20%, everybody's just going to get it in the head to just DPS, 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 and wipe. Here it comes. Ooh. Seems my faith in humanity has been restored. Nailed it. Who am I giving a commendation to? You survived. You did the mechanics, you survived, you get the commendation. Well done, you. Alright, time for part 2, Circus Tower, which is my actual, honest-to-God, favourite raid in the entire game. I love this one. I loved it when it was relevant. I love it when it's not relevant. I absolutely love Circus Tower. It's so fun. It's also one of the best ones to get because you get it in Alliance Roulette a lot, and it's really easy. So I like this one. And then we've got World of Darkness, and that's gonna go real well. My plan for my Thursday stream this week as well, I've had a really fun idea. It's going to be me soloing Extreme Primals. And I intend to take them all on from Garuda up and see how many I can get through in one night before I give up. And then if I can get through a Realm Reborn, we're going to go for Heaven's Ward after that until eventually I just can't solo them anymore. We're going to see how far I can get solo and Primals. And I'm going to do it on Red Mage. I'm not even going to do it on a... Oh yeah, I was going Healer in this one. Right, I'm going to drop. We're going Healer. I haven't got any gloves. Right, let's just chuck on whatever. There we go. I look so cool right now. I look like I'm trying to be a snooker umpire, but they kind of found me behind a bin behind the actual stadium. So let's try this. Okay. This is going to go terribly, but at least it adds an element of danger. Dun, 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 dun. You find it funny now, LFB. You'll see in a bit. This is going to go horribly, horribly wrong because I am the worst healer in the history of Final Fantasy. This is not going to go well. Like, I don't even know what these do. I'm going to go with that one because it adds a region and that just makes it easier for me. Oh, I've got a white mage, so I can't. So I'm going Nocturnal Sect then. That means I'm a shield healer now. Woo, basically I'm a shit scholar. Let's do this. What do I need to do? I need to Aspected Helios? Is that what I'm doing? No, we're gonna draw a card. What did I get? I got the ball. I can go on you. Where's my card? Where do I use it? How do I use it, more importantly? I don't think I've actually added that button to my keybinds. This is... Yeah, I told you, it's gonna go well. It's gonna go amazing. I'm so ready for this. Don't mind me, I'm just casually going to check my skills to see what I'm missing. Don't have Swift Cast, which I definitely need. Let me go actions and Swift Cast can go up here. Oh no, I do have Swift Cast, it's there. I lied to you. I'm ready. I think that's the one that I need. That can go there. No, that's not the one that I need. Divination, do I have that on? That's gonna go there. Undraw, I haven't got that on. That can go there. Right. I was clearly prepared. What did you all expect? Told you I was terrible at this. I'm just going to do some deeps. See, that was all me. I nailed it. What's that even do? That draws a different card. Oh, there we go. It's that one. Woo! It's okay. We're all good. I figured it out. Nobody's dying today. Not today, Satan. I'm totally getting locked out. I'm not getting in here in time. It's fine. Nobody's even going to notice. See? Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. Like a ninja, but I'm an astrologian. I believe in the heart of the cards. You, have some extra whatever. Here you go. Enjoy yourself. Just gonna chuck shields on everyone. The Ewer, do we have a caster? We do. You can have that. I've got all of the skills. What can I say? I've got it all set up. Mouse over macros, the lot. I'm clearly a professional. And if you believe that, the sky is also purple. Oh, I need to go find somebody that's frozen. Let it go. Oh, we're all going to the same guy. Where's the other ones? Come to me, frozen people. You will do. You're in cool backflip pose, but... Here. Have a heal. I believe in you. Be saved. What can I say except you're welcome? Everybody needs to chill out. I'm a professional healer. Look at me. Taking this super seriously. I know 100% what I'm doing. I'm the best. So a fun story has come out over the last couple of days as well on to do with Twitch, which is funnily enough where I'm streaming right now, where you guys are watching me. I'm a small streamer, and there's a community out there for small streamers, and we all try and help each other out when we can, and you know, we genuinely just try and be nice people. And Twitch has decided it's going to throw us a bone, and you can. They're going to try and help small streamers get a bit more noticed and get through the algorithm. But the fun part about it is, if you want to do that, you got to pay. So Twitch has become is trialing a method of becoming very pay to win. So we're all excited. We do this to get views, and a lot of people, myself's not one of them. I do this for me mainly because I enjoy it, and hopefully people respond to that. But a lot of people are trying to make a career out of this and do it that way. So those people are trying to do this for money and are trying to do this as a way to have a living and a job and all that jazz. Twitch's response to them struggling with the algorithm, not picking them up and not promoting them and trying to break through all the noise, is to just not be poor. Yeah. Nailed it. It's quite disgusting. It falls into the monetization of the entire gaming sphere right now. Gaming is the biggest media industry in the entire world. Over the last year, it's overtaken film, it's overtaken cinema, it's overtaken TV, it's overtaken music, it's overtaken live sport. Gaming is the biggest industry for entertainment in the entire world. And right now, a lot of the balance. You have some balance. So yeah, with the gaming industry overtaking all of that, there's a lot of money to be made, obviously. So that's where you get scummy practices like gacha games, and which I don't like, Genshin Impact, for example. I also dislike a lot of mobile games because they're really cheaply made, and they're not a game. They're just there for you to gain access to the loot box. They're there for you to gain access to they're there for the company to gain access to your money. That's all it is. And it's disgusting. And then you've got it's very prevalent in Tank, you can have that. There you go. Enjoy yourself. It's a good thing this content's easy, because I'm a terrible, terrible healer. So yeah, like gaming in general, with it being so much money to be made in it, that's where you get a lot of the scummy practices that we see these days, and particularly in the MMO industry as well. You get companies that throw out a minimum viable product. That is the bare minimum they can get away with, that we will still play it and go, this is okay. I'm mentioning no names in companies that practice that quite a lot, Activision Blizzard. Because they can just patch it later on. And you get a lot of the cycle where they release a game that's not finished, players play for a few years, they basically beta test all your systems finally get sorted, you finally get somewhere with them, and then they chuck them in the bin. That's parasitic design, and for anybody watching, I'd recommend, there's a great video by Josh Drive Hayes. Check that out. He talks about it so well, and it really does sort of sum it up to a degree that I'm not very articulate about. But basically, they do a minimum viable product because they know they can get away with it. It's the least amount of money spent for the most amount returned. And that's pretty much what it comes down to for a lot of these AAA studios. because the people that are investing in them, they're investment people. They're not gamers. They're not you. They're not me. They're not people that give a crap about gaming. The people that give a crap about making money, and they want to squeeze the game for all the money that they can. They want to make all the money that they can out of the game. They sell unfinished games to the paying users to test. Exactly. That's exactly it, LFV. They do. That's what they do. They basically sell you early access, but don't call it early access. And it's because it's a live service game, and because they can charge you for it, they do. And it's scummy and it's predatory, but there's not really whole lot we can do with it. What does that one do? Okay, no, we're going to redraw. Where's redraw? You, redraw. We've got the Ewer. What does that do? You can have that. See? I'm a professional. Everybody stand down. But pretty much they basically try and get away with squeezing the most out of you that they can. So, oh crap, why am I getting targeted? I am not a tank. Crap. Suddenly it just got interesting. And it shouldn't get interesting because I'm shite, and this is not going to go well. Nope. Why is this chasing me? Don't chase me. No means no. Here, have a shield. We did it. I didn't even get hit once. Now I'm just going to stand behind here because I don't need to actually be able to line of sight. And the expansion packs recently as well have actually been more like a detraction pack. They're not actually expanding the game. A lot of the time they take stuff away from the game. You get less time to actually be part of anything. You spend less time in the previous world. Look, I'm going to go back to that example of World of Warcraft because it's an easy example to take. Quite frankly, it's all there in front of you. You're dead. This guy right here. He's officially dead. There it is. Now, where did I put the res on this class? Ascend. There it is. Here. Be res. World of Warcraft, for example. In Shadowlands, you spend your entire time in Shadowlands. You spend your time in Oribos, you go around all the little zones, you do all the little crap around there, and to be honest, there isn't really a lot to do, so I say you do all of, there isn't any of it, because it's terrible. It's a bad expansion. But World of Warcraft has 17 years of lore. It has 17 years worth of places to visit. It has 17 years worth of world building. And yet the World of Warcraft feels smaller now than it ever has before, because of numerous expansions. Why spend your time in Azeroth? Azeroth is incredible. Azeroth is an incredible setting. It's really diverse. It's really well developed. It's got different biomes. It's got different races. It's got tons and tons of lore. And you never go there. There is no point to be there. It is a waste of time. Because they're sending you away on this cosmic crap that nobody cares about in an expansion. Because it's an expansion. They're not selling you an expansion. They're not adding to the game. Calling it an expansion is doing it a disservice. You're not improving the game. You're not. You're detracting from the game, but the word calling it a detraction won't market well. Oh my god, why are people standing in fire? It's not a DPS increase. Stop it. You've all been told. I'm just going to DPS hit this because I'm here. Like, honestly, the expansion packs in games usually don't add anything. Final Fantasy does it quite well. But even Final Fantasy doesn't use its world enough. Final Fantasy, again, has a lot of world, and it doesn't use it enough. It uses it more than World of Warcraft, but that's not hard, because quite frankly, calling it World of Warcraft is quite ironic these days. Everybody out. Are we good? Are we free? Nope. I got you. Boom. Nailed it. Oh, great. I didn't realise my camera was facing that way. That could have ended badly. But yeah, like, gaming as a whole as well. The other thing that gaming's quite bad at, and somebody really disagreed with me on this on Discord, and you know what? Fair enough. You're entitled to your own opinion. That's fine. Is, games that are effectively the same game, but re-released with a fresh coat of paint. And I'm looking at games like Call of Duty with this. I'm looking at Call of Duty, I'm looking at FIFA. Yes, FIFA is definitely this, but they don't need to release. What I mean by this is they don't need to release a new boxed game to get, well, they do it for money, and that's entirely the reason. But they don't need to release a new box. Where the hell are you going? Oh, I was not at fault for that guy going to Narnia. Him going to Narnia was a him problem. Ban, if you're watching this, this is me getting ready to heal your ass through some dungeons. It's gonna go horribly, horribly wrong. Be ready. Who do I want to give it to? You. Because you effectively solo healed this entire thing. I was window dressing at best. Right. I'm gonna swap back to DPS for the next one. Because I'm just more comfortable. So, we'll go back to Red Mage. There we go. And time for World of Darkness. I don't even remember why I'm still in Mor Dhona. But yeah, like... Oh, that was what I was talking about. That was it. Bans in Hell's Lid run 444. Have you had everything drop but the thing that you're waiting to drop? Because if so, if you want to unsync it, I will come through Hell's Lid with you as soon as I get out of Crystal Tower. I'll come and do it. Me and you will shred it. We'll run it on repeat until you get it. Yeah, the idea of doing it. What they don't need to do is to release a new Call of Duty and call it Call of Duty Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard 2, Call of Duty Vanguard 3, Call of Duty Vanguard the Vanguarding, or FIFA 21, FIFA 22. They do that because it makes it a new game, when really they could just release FIFA and then update it every season with the teams and gameplay and stuff, and just call it a season. But they don't. They release it as an entirely new game, and you have to pay a full box price for it. And that's quite bad. So there's a lot of like targeting and things like that, and there's also things as well that somebody disagrees with me on as well in Discord, and that is the concept of pay to win. Like, I'm going to ask a question, and if you're watching this, please do respond in the chat with this one. What's pay to win to you? What does pay to win mean to you? Because I can tell you what it means to me. I can tell you exactly what it means to me. Pay to win to me is using real world money to get an advantage over players. And that's not like over somebody who hasn't used that advantage. And some people say that pay to convenience isn't pay to win. Pay to convenience is a PR friendly term for pay to win. It's still pay to win. You're still paying for an advantage. You're still paying to have an advantage over the people that did not pay for it. You're still paying to get yourself further ahead, even if it's just in a story, even if it's just in like a story-based game like Final Fantasy 14. Although even that's a bit dodgy, like the level skip and stuff. It's not really. It is pay to win in a sense, but it's also really not, because you're just doing yourself a disservice. But it's not just paying for the best, like being able to just buy the best gear off the website, because you've dropped $1,000 on Final Fantasy 14, so you now have the Sword of Destruction, and that's it. You're the greatest player of all time. Everybody else can bow down before you because you're significantly richer. There are a lot of games out there, and most of them are mobile games, that do this, and they literally just pit whales versus whales, because it's the what's it called? It's to do with the 80-20, and there's an actual name for it, like an actual term for it, but it's where 80% of the revenue comes from 20% of the players. and they support the rest of the game and stuff, and then that's why people go whale hunting in games. But pay to win can be something as well, and this is the one where it comes back to that Discord conversation I had before. I'm going to bring up the WoW token. Now, some people don't see this as pay to win because it conveniences them, and well done them. And you can buy it with gold in game. Not very many people do that. The minority of people do that. But the WoW token is where you can pay your real money to Blizzard to buy in-game gold, which has destabilized the in-game economy. It's made everything much more expensive than it should be. You've just got to look at the the legendary system they've got going on now. It's ridiculous. The overinflated prices of everything is ridiculous. That's bad. But then you realise that the majority of your party finder and you're looking for group within World of Warcraft is people wanting to sell boosts, wanting to sell getting you through Mythic 15s, or wanting to get you through to fight Sylvanas, or wanting to get your 1400 rating in arenas and stuff. Tell me that's not pay to win. Explain to me how that is not pay to win, where you have legitimately spent your own money to buy gold within game, which, bearing in mind, if it wasn't Blizzard supported, you get done for real money transfer, but because it's the cuts going to Active Blizz rather than some Chinese website or whatever, it's fine. It's not fine. It's not fine at all. You have paid to win. And I was trying to explain that to somebody, and they just weren't having it because it was just nothing to do with them. And I'm like, just because it doesn't affect you, or just because it's not your problem, doesn't mean that it's not a problem. It's pay to win. You can't get past it. You have bought this gold, you have then gone into the game to get you through content that you have no right to get through because frankly you are not good enough to get through. You have been boosted by players because you have a credit card. That is how you beat Sylvanas. You build Sylvanas with a credit card. You didn't beat it with a rotation, you didn't beat it with your DPS, you didn't beat it with a pass. You beat it with a credit card, and it doesn't count. But the game doesn't differentiate between that because people will be flying around on the Sylvanas mount and look at me, I'm incredible. I beat Sylvanas. Why did you only do it on Heroic? I've done it on Mythic. But you're also shit. And you boosted your way through it. And you spent your real hard-earned money to do it. So why would you put in thousands of hours or whatever to learn your class and to get really good at it and to actually go and get out all those orange passes or whatever? Or you could work 9 to 5 for 2 days, buy as many WoW tokens as it is and get a full clear and get all the loot, and look at you, you've got exactly the same reward. Yeah, it's not pay to win. I'm wrong, it's not pay to win. It is. It's 100% pay to win. It's quite disgusting. And as I say, it's literally no different than going to a shady third-party website, putting your details in on there and getting transferred gold that bots have gathered. Because, you know, they're a big problem in gaming. Because there's so much money to be made. And the only difference is, the only reason why this is accepted is because it goes to Blizzard. And that's fine. And I'm glad that Final Fantasy XIV haven't done that. Because I will say, I don't agree with a lot of the monetization in Final Fantasy XIV. And I feel like Final Fantasy XIV gets a free ride because its content is actually still at a decent quality. If that quality dipped, I feel like it would get a lot more of the Blizzard treatment right now where people are unhappy with certain things. Exactly, Ban. Exactly. You've paid real world money to get ahead. That's pay to win. So trying to explain that to people, and a lot of people, pay to win has different meanings, like New World, for example. New World has just come out. It doesn't have pay to win in it currently, but they tested it in alpha, they tested it in beta, and it is coming in 2022. And to explain that, they're calling it pay for convenience, right? And the whole idea of pay for convenience is sickening to me because it means that they've added problems into the game to then sell you the solution to the problem that they made up, so you would have to buy this solution. But not only that, tell me it's not pay to win when they add fast travel to the market, where you could fast travel. Say it costs in Final Fantasy to fast travel somewhere, but the open world doesn't matter. But it's an open world PvP game. It's not. They changed it. You don't have to opt in. Basically killed the game. And I'm not even a PvP player. You've seen me do PvP in Final Fantasy 14. I'm terrible at PvP. I don't particularly care for PvP, but I do enjoy it occasionally. But marketing your game as PvP and then building it around PvP and then taking the PvP out of it is a terrible idea. But that's a different story. This is... So it's a faction conflict. So you're at the south end of the map. You're at the far south end of the map doing fishing or crafting or whatever it is you do in New World because it doesn't have content. You are there just doing whatever, and then your faction is getting attacked. You're the Syndicate, and you're getting attacked by the Marauders. Oh no, you're getting attacked. It would take you, I don't know what, 40 minutes to get over the map, we'll say, just theoretically, just as a number. I don't actually know what it is. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, let me know. But it takes you 40 minutes to get over the map. And then... Or, you pay $5. And then suddenly you've got enough Eternum, or whatever they're calling the thing, to teleport there instantly to help out your Syndicate friends. It's not pay to win, right? It's just convenience. It's just convenience, guys. Just convenience. It's just convenient that you were there in time to help all your friends and stuff when normally you wouldn't be because this function shouldn't exist. But it does. And it's just convenient that you turned up in time to save the day, you and your other friends who also paid a $5 to turn up and beat the team who didn't, who planned all this raid, to go there and actually use the game mechanics. And you've just spent a $5 to circumvent them. It's not pay to win. No. It's pay to convenience. It could be a single player game where you pay to get to max level, the same thing as doing it in WoW. I have more time for it in single player games because really the only person you're cheating then is you. Whereas any game that has a multiplayer aspect to it, pay to win is horrible. And pay to win is just a part of gaming, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. In fact, I fully expect it to get worse. But pay to win as well, it removes the concept of fairness, but it also removes, like, some of the people that have paid to win are very good at the game. And it removes the whole fallacy that anybody can beat anybody on their day. It removes that whole spirit of competition. Which is sad, which is where a lot of it comes from. It's one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to Ashes of Creation, because they've made promises that there's going to be no pay to win in that game, and I really hope that there isn't. I really hope that they don't go back on the word on it, because if there is a game that I feel has the potential to be my forever game, at least in the current and upcoming MMOs, it's Ashes of Creation. It's just on the node system. On the node system alone. An actual dynamic world. Like, I've been playing Guild Wars, and I was playing Guild Wars 2 on stream a couple of weeks ago, and Guild Wars 2 has the event system, and the event system is their attempt at a dynamic world. It's their attempt at making the world change based on actions and consequences, which is great, and I'm 100% here for that. That's fantastic. And Guild Wars 2 does it well. It's like the Fate system in Final Fantasy 14, but if it mattered. And the node system is like the evolved form of that. Imagine they were like Pokemon. It's the evolved version of... It's Arcanine to Growlithe. It's like taking it and dialing it up to 11, and it's something that I'm here for, because the entire world will change based on the nodes, and you can destroy nodes, you can raise nodes. Each node stops another node from moving. So each server is going to be dynamic, each server is going to be unique, each server is going to be different, and that's what I'm there for. It feels like a real world. Pay to win is not playing the game for real. You're right, it's no different than back in the day having a Game Shark for the old PS1 throwback. Show my age, the grey hairs are there. It's no different than having that and playing a game like, say, Grandia or Final Fantasy the originals, and like Final Fantasy 6 or 7, sorry, and you don't want to be putting 40 hours of gameplay in to get through the 3 discs and do it well. So you just put on the Game Shark and you give yourself all the best materia and you get to level 99 from killing a fish. And you just go in and one-shot everything because you are God at that moment in time. And quite frankly, doing that in a single-player game is one thing, because you can have a laugh with that. You can. It's no different than putting the cheat codes on in Grand Theft Auto for me and giving yourself max bullets and just trying to break the game. You can have fun with that. You can. But the difference is, you're not hurting anybody else with that. You're not taking away a competitive nature. You're not taking away anything from anybody else. You're only cheating yourself, or you're just exploiting bugs or whatever. And that's one thing. It's an entirely different thing if you're going into a PvP tournament and your item level is 500 and you've put hours of gameplay in to get to 500, and that's fine. And then you're going up against a guy whose item level 600 because he used the most broken spell in the game of MasterCard. Like, you know what I mean? You've got no chance. You're going to get absolutely obliterated because some dude's pin number destroyed you. And it's very prevalent in Eastern MMOs. It's very prevalent in Korean games. Korean games are the worst for it. Korean grinders. Like, your likes of Black Desert Online or Elion when that eventually comes out, because that's going free to play now, which is great for the game. It needed to go free to play. It really did. I played it in the beta, and quite frankly, it's not worth the sub cost. It's just not. But it's going free to play. But the problem with it going free to play is that cash shop is going to become predatory. It's going to become, you've got 2 slots in your item bag, and to buy more, please insert $20. It's going to become, oh, you've got to level 35, but you need to be level 40 for the content. Oh, well, either it's going to take you 2 months of grinding, or for the low price of £30, have yourself a win. Because it ain't about the game. It's not about how good the game is. It's not about making the game the best that it can be. It's about how well they can part you from your money. And it's sad, but that's what it is. So, monetization in gaming has a place. It does. Things like a subscription cost, for example. I'm okay with a subscription cost. I'm even okay with a cosmetic-only cash shop, provided that the money from said cash shop goes back into the research and development for the game, provided that it goes into you getting an expansion. Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, the very first item in the cash shop that they brought out was Odin's horse. And they brought Odin's horse out because they basically, Square Enix were not doing so well at the time financially. Some of their other games weren't doing well, and they were not doing so well financially. So Final Fantasy XIV started to make some traction, and it started to improve based on the fact that Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 was a dumpster fire. So what they did is they took all the money out of Final Fantasy XIV to try and patch everything else back up while they could. So they brought out Odin's horse, and you could pay 13 quid for it, I think it was. I think it's gone up to 20 quid now, but we'll call it 13 quid at the time. And I do own it. I bought it. I won't lie. I went through and I bought that. And the money from the horse, it went back into the game, and it's how we ended up with Heavensward. And to me, that's okay. That's working around financial constraints. Like, monetization in MMOs has its place. It does. Because ultimately everything is still a business, and it still needs to operate as such. But it's when it becomes more about the money than the game. Blizzard used to have a motto, and I think it was gameplay first. And quite frankly, that is the biggest lie I've heard in a long time. It's not about gameplay first, because if it was about gameplay first, we'd never have ended up with Torghast as it is. It's about minimum viable product. It's about squeezing maximum revenue out of minimum expenditure. Be that time, resources, or people. And that's what it comes down to. Quite frankly, and it's a business. So I don't have problems with games monetizing. So, for example, Ashes of Creation at the moment is talking about cosmetic only cash shop and a subscription fee. There'll be no box cost, which is fine because you can over monetize that way as well. You can go with the cash shop, the box price, and the sub model, which is something that Final Fantasy XIV does. It has a box price every time it releases. It has a sub fee that you pay, and it has the cash shop. I pressed the wrong button there because I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, I can be okay with a cash shop, provided that the benefits of it, provided that one, you get the equivalent of the level of quality within the game. Like, for example, the 6-month sub mount that just came out for World of Warcraft a while back, the basically Articuno for anybody that's played Pokemon, gotta catch them all. It's a unique model with a unique animation. There's nothing like that in game. There isn't. And yet, for doing the hardest content in the game, doing all your plus 15s, doing your Sylvanas Mythic, you get a recolor. You get a recolor of an existing mount. What's the point? Like, legitimately, what's the point? You can just drop, like, however much it is for a 6-month sub and get something infinitely superior. And that's the point, what I'm saying there, of where it's gone bad. And where the monetization is a bit of a joke. Like, if you can buy something within a game, like from the cash shop within a game, if you can buy something like that, but within the game you get something of equal quality or better, that's fine. And you can use the money you get from that to go back into the game, to develop the game, so you get expansions, not detractions. You get extra content, you get them actually delivering content at a good pace, you get actual effort for it. That's fine. What I don't like is when a company like Blizzard gives you nothing and you've got to pay for everything. It takes away the spirit of the game, it takes away the integrity, and it massively erodes. It erodes the one currency that your financial backers don't understand. Community perception. Community perception is massive. Look at Blizzard now going through their issues, the whole sexism thing. Community perception of Blizzard is that it's a bad place. And every decision they make now is under massive scrutiny, for better or worse. Hopefully it'll improve. We'll see. But community perception is negative around World of Warcraft, and community perception of the World of Warcraft team isn't great. I can tell you right now, my own perception of the World of Warcraft team, not great. I do not think Ian Hazzikostas is a good game designer. Lead game designer, I mean. Fantastic encounter designer. Fantastic at raids. Fantastic at, fight on fight, because that's his background. He was the raid leader and he did all of that. But as a game director, terrible. Look at the direction he's taken it in. He hasn't got a direction. He's got a top 1-2% of content and nothing else. So that's a perception. That is me perceiving how he does his work and what he's good at and what he's not. And that is, like, when he comes out to talk to Preach or Bellular or whoever, and he comes out and he sounds like a robot, and he's telling you about reward loops. My God, I couldn't say that. That shouldn't have happened. I apologise. It's negatively received. And the amount of times that they've broken trust with the player base, makes it impossible for it to it's a currency that takes months to build up and minutes to spend. And when it's gone, it's gone. And the financial people in charge of gaming, your suits and whatnot, they don't care, because they're here to make quick money. They're not here for the long term. They don't care about the long term health of a product. They care about the 6-month health of a product, because in 6 months' time they're going to sell their shares. All they want to see is in 6 months that it started here and it ended here. That's all they care about. Short-term goals, and the repeated cycle of short-term goals has ruined a lot of games. It's ruined World of Warcraft, that much is for sure, and it's why a lot of my hope comes from indie studios. We're Alliance C, that means we're staying out on the next boss. That's going to be disappointing. Like, indie studios, the likes of Intrepid, or the guys that made Valheim, or the guys that did Among Us, that's where I see the game industry moving forward. Those sort of people. And then I see the AAA studios coming in and ripping them off, frankly, and doing what they do, but doing it with their budget, so it's a lot better. So, Ashes of Creation, something I'm really looking forward to, but I can definitely see them... Haha, nailed it. I can definitely see them doing well with the game. The game will receive well at launch, but I can also see somebody else coming in and basically stealing their ideas and trying to do it better. I can see... and quite frankly, there's nothing wrong with that. It's the only reason I can see so far is because I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, for example. That classic, the classic phrase that it is. And that's what it is, and that's fine. Right, I'm gonna step on this. Oh, no, the new guys got it, we're fine. Sorry, I went off on a massive rant about so many different things to do with MMOs, and I completely didn't realise how much I actually cared. As strange as that sounds. I am an MMO player, and I think I've just got used to accepting either mediocrity or underperforming games and things like that. Was it Einstein or was it... I think it was Einstein. It wasn't Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was where he was horrified. It was, oh my god, what have we done? When he created the atomic bomb. And then you've got Alfred Nobel, who made TNT and decided he hated the fact that he made something that was going to destroy things, so he created the Nobel Prizes. Fun story. Disengage, right? Fun thing about like its displacement on this, it's disengage on Dragoon, I think. I swear to God, I can play this game. I swear I can. I've done raids, I've done trials, I've done them all. But I can still be that much of a noob in this game that I have been known on occasion to maybe disengage my way to death. I've been known to. It happens. Still, one of the best moments I've seen in that regard was my old FC leader in Ozma. We used to have it on video, and it was so funny. It's the cool kid strat, as we call it. Out the way! I'm gonna get smashed. No, we don't kill the gastric. Don't kill the gastric juice. Leave it. Now, I'm going to make sure that I'm one of the person... I'm going to make sure that I'm one of the people grabbing the chains, because there's something we're actually supposed to do. If I hold the chain, I can hold it for a long time. And that means that Cerberus doesn't attack for a while. And, you got an advert for Coca-Cola. Was it a nice flavour? I'm away from the stream, because I do a lot of my streaming and stuff because I'm not a fan of my own appearance and voice. I've stopped drinking fizzy drinks, so I'm just drinking like I'm drinking Ribena because I'm an adult, obviously, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss Coke. The drink, not the drugs. See, I was just doing Reawakening here. The longer I just stand here with the chain, he does nothing. So people just get free hits. So I just stand here, let them do some damage, and there we go. Oh crap! Did I drop it? Nope, they've chained him. It's fine. Somebody else did it. Woo! That could have been me showing off real bad. But yeah, so as soon as you add the chains, he comes back into this normal phase, and he starts doing moves and starts doing damage again. So you can actually get a free sort of like minute basically to just wail on him. There you go. He's gonna run. Get out the way. He will kill me. I'm amazed that I've managed to make it all the way through to Cerberus. I've done Labyrinth of the Ancients and Circus Tower already, and I've not died yet. I even healed Circus Tower, and I am officially the worst healer in Final Fantasy XIV. I am absolutely god awful. So that was me doing a whole ban. I'm gonna heal you through some content sometime, and while you're leveling, and now you've just pay no attention to the fact that I've just said I'm the worst healer in Final Fantasy XIV. I've got this covered. You'll be fine. Oh crap. Was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Abandonment. What does that do? Oh, right. I just stand next to somebody and it goes away. That's fun. You know what? I've played this game for a long time and I never knew that. So you learn every day is a school day, people. Nailed it. Bam, do you still need Hell's Lid as well? Oh, there's some Ashes of Creation news. Oh, the new cosmetic pack's out for Ashes of Creation. When you pre-order the game, basically, and you get into the alpha and beta, you also get like a lot of stuff with it, and they are expensive. So if you don't feel like you're gonna play it, don't run it into people. Whew. Because that happens. Basically, they're bringing out Founders Packs, so each month's a different one, and they're all themed and stuff. And I'm quite surprised, this month's looks very Paladin-y, very for the light, and it's October. If ever there was a month where you get to release your inner edgelord, it's October. Like, everything this month is pumpkin spiced. Oh, that's something to look forward to as well. I hope they do the Halloween event in Final Fantasy XIV this year. I absolutely love the Halloween event in Final Fantasy XIV. Okay, so we've lost a tank. We've lost a healer. And I don't get a resurrection until 64, so that ain't happening. Okay, I've got the one at the back. Okay, no, you've got the one at the back. I've got this one. Yep. Woo! Remember when I said I got all the way through Crystal Tower here without wiping? I brought this upon myself. I really did. I got overconfident. I was... To quote Illidan from World of Warcraft, I was just not prepared. At least I'm doing a great job tanking this floor. This floor is going to get no one. I feel like Donkey in Shrek. I'm going to smash the hell out of this floor. I'm gonna guard those stairs. They won't know who hit them. So, yeah, I was saying the new cosmetic pack's out for Ashes of Creation. It's very Paladin-esque. So, I mean, I haven't actually chipped into Ashes of Creation yet myself, even. I'm very much a fan of the project. I'm very much looking forward to it, and I very much do recommend that people check it out. But I haven't thrown my own money at the project yet. I'm definitely going to be taking part in the beta test. I want to see how the game plays, and I want to be ready to go on release. But the alpha tests are expensive. They are. I won't lie, it's very expensive. I feel like they're horrendously priced, to be honest. So, I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you were very sure about being part of the testing and stuff. Also, I'm not really the right guy for an alpha test. I would try and play it like a game rather than I wouldn't be the guy that tries to jump on the same block 45 times to see if something goes wrong. You know what I mean? I'm just not that guy. That's why beta test works more for me, because I can still show my support to the game, and I get to play it my way. And I get to play the game my way, see how it is, see if it's fun, and I get to see how the classes go about. I get to see because the way the classes work in Ashes of Creation, if you haven't had a look, is you get it's called an archetype. So you pick like fighter, mage. They've called the tank, and that is the stupidest name I've ever heard. Just call it Panzer. It's fine. Guardian, whatever. Just don't call it tank. So anyway, you get tank, fighter, ranger, mage, rogue, bard, summoner. So they're your archetypes. And what you do is you pick one of them, and we're about to wipe the whole thing, by the way, so I'm going to go right back to the start. So you pick one of those, and then when you get to level 15, I think it is, you then pick your second one from that same thing, and that gives you your class. So me, as you can tell, I'm playing Red Mage here. I absolutely love hybrid melee casters. That is my bread and butter. That is what I love most about classes, hybrid things like that, where I'll maybe do slightly less DPS than a standard DPS, but I bring a lot of versatility. I bring range. I can get up close and personal. I can go out. I love that. Spell Sword, that's my jam. That's where I want to be. Spell Sword is an actual class in Ashes of Creation. But also, I don't just have to use a sword, because what I would love to be is the Red Mage, but using the spear of a Dragoon. And I can do that. And they've also talked about wanting to do a character creator in the style of a Black Desert Online, so I'd be able to actually make my character. Because I'll tell you now, the character that I'm aiming for, to see if I can do it. So I really am excited. When they release the character creator, because they will release it before release of the game, I will do it on stream, and I will show you the character that I'm going to try and make. And we'll make some fun ones as well, like ridiculous ones that are just, quite frankly, nightmare fuel. But my own character I'm aiming to make it almost like a half-drow. Like a dark elf, but like half human, so not quite full elf, so like maybe slightly pointed ears, maybe an actual honest-to-God beard. But I'm excited for the character creator, because so many MMORPGs now. New World has just released with a basic character creator. It is basic. It is completely basic. It has like 4 preset faces, and you can only choose so many hairstyles and stuff. It's basic as hell, and it's a brand new game, and it's from a company with the actual financial backing of Amazon Game Studios. Sorry, I just need to quickly explain something to this as well. Take ride damage. There we go. Sorry, I just needed to explain, because part of the reason why we wiped and part of the main reason why I died is when the circles appear on the floor, that's meteors, and you need at least one person in each one, or when they hit the floor, they impact and do raid-wide AoE. So you go in and stand in it, and you take the damage. And then your healer's supposed to heal you, but our healers were dead. You made Nigel... Well, he is smashing, to be fair. But yeah, the actual financial clout that Amazon Game Studios bring, and then they give you the most basic character creator I've seen since ever. And that's why I'm excited for the Ashes character creator, because they promise something a lot more along the lines of Black Desert Online. Now, I don't particularly like Black Desert Online as a game. I find its combat, which people say is the best action combat in MMOs, it might be, but it just feels very AoE spammy and boring to me. But that's personal preference. But its character creator, I will not knock it. It is incredible. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can make whatever the hell you want. And they promise something along those lines, so I might actually finally be able to make the character that I want to be. And for some people, having a basic avatar is fine, because it's like a wall between you and the game, and you can recognize you're playing a game. But for me, I play MMORPGs because I want the immersion. I want to be part of the world. I want to feel like I'm there. So my avatar is an extension of me. So being able to make an avatar that I am happy with, that I am 100% on board with, I am so excited for that. And it might come across as sad. I don't RP in games or anything like that. I just don't. I'm not that guy. But I do like to create an identity for my character, because it is the me I wish I was. Also, a fun thing as well, Sunday stream, before I forget, on that whole subject of not being me in the game. This Sunday, I believe, it is World Mental Health Day, so we will do something for that on the stream. I'm not entirely sure what yet, but I will do something for it on stream. So keep an eye out for that if you want to be part of it. I'm more than happy to be part of it, because part of my streaming and part of the reason I'm doing this is because of my own mental health struggles. And this and you guys and anybody that watches, whether you follow the channel or you don't, but if you don't, please do follow the channel. Shameless plug. The fact that people out there are interested enough to watch me, to come here and listen to me talk about MMOs and things that I'm passionate about, and hopefully be interested in what I've got to say, means everything to me. It does. And I get that that's happy to say, and I get all of that, and that's fine. But I've always had issues with my own self-confidence. I've had issues with my body appearance. I've had issues with the way that my voice sounds, because quite frankly I sound like a monotone robot. I sound like I should be doing the store announcements in a store that tells people to leave. You know, if anybody's not from the UK and you've never seen it, there's a Father Ted episode where all the priests get stuck in a lingerie section in what is effectively a Debenhams, and they have to find the man with the most boring voice to do a staff announcement to get everybody to leave the store and pretend there's a fire alarm or something. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that you come to do that announcement, because, quite frankly, I only have one level on this voice. So I've kind of made peace with a lot of that as I've got a lot older, and I'm a lot less conscious about it, but I'm still not there. So, as I say, the fact that people are coming to watch this and want to be a part of this, it's more than I thought would ever happen, and I appreciate it. So, as I say, mental health, World Mental Health Day this Sunday. Have zero clue what I'm doing on the stream, but I'm doing something on the stream. I'm gonna die here. I am so gonna die here. We're gonna wipe. We have no healers. Even I don't have a heal. Come on, guys. We've made it to the end. What are you doing? Why are people sleeping on the clouds? I get they look comfortable, but they need to die. Or we all die. Our healers are back up. Right. the way you stop the clouds is you run into them and then they can't run through you. So you've got to stand between the clouds and the boss. Have we got any melee alive? We don't. Right, I'm going to Limit Break. You're going to get to see a cast of Limit Break 3. Right now. I've never actually seen this, so... Ah! It's too late. But we did it. We nailed it. You talked everybody through it. You were a true hero. You were a true paladin. You deserved it. Congratulations. I'm proud of you all. So there you go. That was the Crystal Tower. We nailed it. We did it. We did the whole thing with one wipe, which is significantly lower than I expected because we've got a lot of new players in the game right now who don't necessarily know the mechanics and don't necessarily know what they're doing by the point they get here. So the fact that we made it all the way there with one wipe, I fully expected to die at the final boss of Labyrinth of the Ancients because nobody does the platforms. They all just get DPS happy and forget that they've got to run to the platforms when Ancient Flare happens, or the big shield doesn't come up and everybody dies. But we actually did that first time, and that shocked me. That shocked me to my core. Okay, Ban, do you still need Hell's Lid? Also, Thursday's stream is going to be me. I've come up with this idea and I'm going to do it. It's a challenge mode for myself. For anybody that's interested in seeing it, it's going to be me soloing every primal from Garuda onwards in extreme mode to see how far I get. You just beat the second boss, right? I won't be helping you on stream then. I'll maybe help you off stream later on. I've got to go do my usual. To the greatest part of Final Fantasy XIV, the Gold Saucer. Thursday stream, I'll be streaming 7:30 UK time again. And as I say, I'm going to start at Garuda. I'm going to try and beat it all on my own. And then I'm going to go to Ifrit and try and beat it all on my own. And then I'm going to go to Titan and try and beat it all on my own. And I will try it on a multiple of classes until I get through it. And eventually I'll get to a point where I just can't win. And I want to see where that point is. I want to see how good I can be. So, for anybody interested in seeing a man absolutely lose his crap on stream, Thursday, 7:30, you're going to see me give my best shot at basically playing the entire Realm Reborn endgame content as a solo player. I don't see it going well, but it'll be fun. It'll be a laugh at least. As I say, Sunday I think is to do with World Mental Health Day, so there will be something on stream to be said about that. And I think Ban, are you free on Sunday? Because if you are, we'll continue Palace of the Dead with Yumi and Eva. And also coming up this month, there will be the Halloween event. I'm also going to be doing some content of my own with a Halloween theme. And I'm going to be looking at a couple of other games that are out there at the moment as well. I'll be trying my hand at a few different MMOs. You'll get to see some new player experiences in... I'll be on stream and will do the Elder Scrolls Online, but I will do it as we are making a character for my stream. So we will pick the name, we will pick the race, we will pick the class, we will even design the appearance together. And I will play whatever we decide, no matter how terrible it is. Like, we will pick the skills even. We will do it all that. Every time we level up and we get the choice to pick skills, we will pick what skills we're using. And I imagine I will end up with the worst build in the history of Elder Scrolls Online. But who cares? It'll be hilarious. We'll still try and make it work. That's on my to-do list. I also want to check out RuneScape again, but old school RuneScape this time, because finally we're allowed to bring out the HD plugin. I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago there was a massive uproar when Jagex pulled the plug on RuneLite on Leap of Faith. We've got to do it. It's Leap of Faith. basically, RuneLite is a plugin software, like a launcher for old school RuneScape that allows you to use add-ons. And recently they did a HD one, so they updated the graphics on it, so it looks more like RuneScape 3, which is great, to be honest. Why can't I click this guy? You. Let's do this. So I intend to show you both what it was like before and what it was like with the HD plugin. But with the HD plugin, the man in question who designed it did something like 2,000 hours of work on it. He did 2 years of work on it, and he put all this effort in to try and make it work, and he finally got it working, and it was all cleared, it was all passed, and then Jagex, on the day of release, sent him a cease and desist saying, no, you're not allowed to release this, because we're now going to do our own version of it. They never were, until they realised that people actually like this, and they were going to charge you for it as well, whereas this is free. And the person in question, his username is something 117. I follow him on Twitter, actually. It's quite a nice bloke. Said, if you let me leave this up until you guys... I've done all of this work, so here's a compromise. Let me use my version of it until yours is ready, because you haven't even tested any of yours. You don't even know what it is you're trying to achieve with it, but I have actually completed mine. So let's use mine until yours is ready, and then we can take mine down, and then you have yours ready to go. And you can do that. And Jagex said no, and then there was such a kickoff, like, to the point where the Reddit post for it wasn't just number one on the RuneScape Reddit. It was number one on the Reddit homepage. The absolute outcry from people who were just not happy with a company trying to screw somebody over and trying to steal money, basically try and make you bleed money for them. And no surprise. The biggest surprise was that it wasn't Activision. It was Jagex, and they eventually, after such a massive community backlash, which comes back to the point before I said about community perception being the currency that they always forget about. Because if community perception turns so bad, you lose everything, because everybody will leave your game. World of Warcraft, take notes. So community perception was getting so bad for Jagex that they had to pull a massive U-turn, and they eventually allowed the 117 plugin to be released, so you would get the HD version. So I'm really looking forward to trying that, because whether you like RuneScape or you don't, old school RuneScape was one of the very first MMORPGs I ever played. I played it back before I had a gaming PC. I played it back when I had to pay £2 on a Saturday morning to go to a cyber cafe with my friends to just play RuneScape. So it has fun. I have fond memories of RuneScape. We were in a clan called Orb, so all our names were whatever Orb, and I was Kaiser Orb at the time because I'd just been playing Breath of Fire, and there was a dragon in it called Kaiser, and it was amazing. So I was Kaiser Orb. I know, it's great to be 13. And, yeah, so I really do want to see what's changed in it. And I want to see if it still captures the same feelings that it did. And I want to see if I'd still enjoy it now. And hopefully people will enjoy seeing me do it. I know RuneScape 3 is fully voice acted, but I don't think old school RuneScape is. Eventually, I would love to also do a Guild Wars 1 stream, because quite frankly, Guild Wars 1 is incredible. I bought it recently, and thought I'd give it a shot. Wasn't expecting anything from it because it's an old game, and I thought, whatever, I'll give it a go. And it's absolutely incredible. Is it dated? Yes. Does it have its own issues? Yes. Is there some things that you would like to change with it? Also, yes. It doesn't have a jump, for example. Whereas Guild Wars 2 is all about the jump puzzles. Guild Wars 1, you can't jump. And that's like an annoyance, but it's such an old school RPG flavour that I absolutely love it. It's amazing. But I still need to make a new character on Guild Wars 1 just to get you that bear. That is on my to-do list. I was going to do it last night, but I slipped and fell and finished watching Squid Games, which I highly recommend as well, as I said at the start of the stream. It's an incredible TV show. It's brilliant. Go watch it. It's so damn good. The only question I have about the whole series, though, it's not really a spoiler as such, it's just what the fuck was up with that hair? for anybody that's seen it and anything, you will totally get that. But I'm going to call the stream there. It's been a good one tonight. I've really enjoyed myself. I love doing World Crystal Tower. I am going to do a series of all the raids. I intend to do the Void Ark series next. I'm going to... I'm going to do the Void Ark series next. And then I'm going to do the Rabanasta sequence, the 3 of those, and then I'm going to do the Nier sequence, which is the current raid tier. Now, I haven't actually done the 3rd installment of that, the most recent one, because I've been hella lazy, and I've been playing Guild Wars 1. So I'm going to do that live on stream for the first time, and you're going to see me absolutely suck. So, hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully you have enjoyed the stream tonight. I know I have, and if you, as I say already, if you haven't already done so, please follow the channel so you can stay up to date with when I'm going live. And also there's a link to my Discord below if you want to join that, and we can talk outside of the game. As I say, I appreciate everybody for being part of this journey with us. I'm really enjoying myself. It's been so much better than I ever expected, and there's still a long way to go. I'm looking to try and just grow the channel in its own way. I'm looking to build a community of people that we can all just talk and have a good time and play games, and just really, again, it comes back to the reason why I started the stream. It comes back to me and my own struggles and whatnot. Now, I never realised until Corona how isolated I make myself. I always stay quite far back from people, and I always feel quite alone, if not lonely. Yes, I've got my wife, and she's fantastic. I absolutely adore her. She's brilliant. She's always there for me, and I can't argue with that. She is brilliant. But the fact that I've got people here, and I can connect to people, and people appreciating what I have to say and really being part of it, means everything to me. So thank you again. I am going to call a stream there because I'm getting real sappy now, and nobody wants to see that. So, as I say, I'll be back on Thursday for One Man versus all the Primals, and hopefully you have a good night. Take care.